I think they should acquire kind of the same thing, but I call it tenacity and determination. Tenacity is like a wild dog that grabs something and doesn't want to let it go. Um, the second thing is determination, but the concentration, the energy that the dog has to wait until that thing it belongs to it, or that thing dies, for example. So it's a kind of a combination, but that's the tenacity to grab the stuff and the determination to hang on.
I think it's really important for ELI students, and I guess students in general, to have really good time management skills, really good organizational skills, and really learning what their strengths and weaknesses are. A lot of students learn in different ways. Some learn by listening, others learn by actually doing. Um, so it's really important for students to learn the best ways that they study. It could be with friends, it could be alone, it could be with music, but also managing their time well. So there's a lot of different things that students have to tackle in their lives, in addition to school. So managing their time allows them to get tasks done early, get them done in a good amount of time, and that usually improves quality of the work.
I think a good ELI student should have a good attitude and an open mind. That'll make them able to learn more things more quickly. So having a good attitude is really important to being a good student.
I think that might help, and it's something I found helps me to understand and to work on languages. It's not so much the studying, but to a large extent talking not only with native speakers, but also going to places where there are a lot of people. And if you go to places where there are a lot of people, you're obviously, probably, obviously maybe, are not going to understand every word because there's going to be many people talking at the same time. But in that situation, because of all those people talking, it's a lot like an orchestra. And you can hear a lot of different patterns going on to kind of understand what I guess you'd call the music of the language. That maybe we won't understand the exact words, but at least we can kind of get a feel for what's going on with that music.
Um, it's a little challenging because students aren't necessarily allowed to work outside of campus, but certainly volunteering is helpful. But the biggest thing is just going outside of your comfort zone. It's intimidating to go out and to talk to new people, to go to new places, but that's really the number one thing that helps students improve their English. So even if you see someone, at a store or a cashier or something, even initiating just a little bit of conversation tends to help people's confidence. And once you do it the first time, it becomes easier and easier the times after that.
I think that any activity that students participate in off campus that involves using English is a great opportunity. There's also plenty of clubs on campus and around Sacramento, especially sports clubs, because I know everybody likes to do that. It's a good way to meet people and to use your English in a team environment.
First of all, I think a student who is a good English student should be well active. They should to be willing to participate in any activities in the class, and also they have to be hardworking. It's just the basic things that everyone should be.
In my opinion, I think good students should participate in his or her classes to show his or her teachers is really interested in his classes. Also, should ask about some points it's not clear to know about it. Otherwise, he'll not know about anything if he didn't ask about what he doesn't know.
I think for ELI students, there are some characteristics that they should have. First, they need to be persistent of what they want to get or what they want to reach when they study at ELI. And second, they need to be open-minded, because it's not a normal experience that they can have when they are in their original home country, because have an experience that to study at United States is a very special experience. So if they are open-minded, they will be ready to accept and enjoy different experience they have in the States.
I think maybe hanging out with some native speakers or some in different language group, and they can practice their English more and more. And it can be very, very beneficial.
Mostly I like to go watching movie with my friends, and I spend a lot of time with my roommate because he's American, so that's really helped me to learn a lot of new vocabulary, and sometimes he corrects some error for me.